Hi, welcome to Ultimind. I'm Poonam Kapoor. So today it's something different as usual. The team is now getting to know me on a personal level. So they've put something down on this paper where we are going to dig into my past, and I'm going to share the stories of the captions that they've written on this paper. So let's start. I hope they've been kind, but deep down I know they're not. Okay, so the first one. I cheated on my husband, the consequences, the lessons, and the forgiveness. Yes, I was married for 11 years and we had two beautiful daughters together. And as time passed, we drifted, and I started seeking love outside my marriage, and I found somebody else and I got into a relationship with him. And at that time I didn't think of anybody or anything. I just thought of myself. I was selfish, and the consequences, I got divorced. I was judged by society, by everybody around me. I fought with my parents, I fought with my sisters. Nobody understood me. And coming to think about it, going back, shit, I was strong to have gone through all that. And I'm sitting here today sharing what I went through. It's not easy because it's been a roller coaster of a ride. And yeah, it was hard. After a year or so, I realized that what I did was a mistake, because that's where I learned more about myself. And that's why I talk about there's more to a relationship than just love. There's companionship, there's stability. It's like I had everything, and I threw everything away with my own hands. But that was a journey I had to go through for me to be the person I am today. I had to change. There was a shift that was required in my life, and if I didn't go through all that, I would still be the crazy Poonam out there. So I don't regret what I did. I'm actually grateful for whatever God has shown me, because I've become the best version of myself today because of this. So yeah, that was a touchy one. I actually feel like my heart's beating, but I'm glad I could share that. Okay, so number 2, people pleasing, how I overcame it, a situation that would have been, and now how you have set boundaries. So I've always been a people pleaser. You tell me let's do this, even if I'm tired, I would say okay. I was always out there to please people, and it happened with me in a family situation. So after my divorce, I got into another relationship. It happened over there, and I tried to fit in to the family. I would do everything with that family and just to fit in. So I was trying to please them so they could accept me. And one day they turned around and they told me that they don't want to know me, and without me doing anything. And that's when it hit me that here I'm trying my level best to fit in into a family situation, and what am I getting in return? So I'm causing harm to myself, and this really, really bothered me. And when I went for my therapy, I learned that what am I trying to do here? I can't change how people behave with me, but I can absolutely change how I behave with those people. So I put my walls up and I said, now even if you want me back into your life, I'm not coming, because I call myself a yo-yo. So I said, I'm not a yo-yo that you can open and close me when you want, and I am going to stand my ground, because nobody is allowed to make me feel the way I felt. And that's how I set boundaries. And even now if I want to say no, I'll say no. And if something is bothering me, I will definitely stand up for myself. I put myself first and my feelings first, and not the other person. Yes, I sound selfish, but loving yourself is the key. And when it comes to loving yourself, it's okay to be selfish. Yeah. Wow, this is intense, but I like it. So number 3, a time you missed your kids not being with you. Oh shit, I'm gonna cry. And how you deal with them not living with you. So, oh shit. No, I'm okay. But yeah, so it's been tough not staying with your children, but the relationship we have today is beautiful. And my kids are now, like, one's turning 11 next week and one's 9. But we share every moment together. They come over all the time. I go there. I always say never stay in a relationship for your kids, and I still believe that because it does more harm than good to them. But yeah, I do miss them, and it's hard. It's very tough. I know they're with their father, who's an amazing person and does everything for them. So I have that satisfaction that they're in a good family and they are looked after. They come over all the time, and I love the relationship I have with my two daughters now. We're becoming more like friends, and it's amazing to seeing them growing up into little girls and preteens, so exploring with my stuff. But yeah, I do miss them, and it gets challenging sometimes. So number 4, you have said you're rebellious, the most rebellious thing that worked with you. Haha, and that one didn't. So I've been rebellious growing up. When I was a teenager, if you tell me no, it's a yes for me. And if you tell me something like, do this now, I'll not do it. So that's how I was. I was very catty. I was very feisty. Any situation in the family, Poonam's name was involved. So what's one situation that was really rebellious? Yeah, so I was not allowed to go for sleepovers to my friend's house. So we still wanted to go out. I was still young. I still wanted to explore. We all had boyfriends, and we are going out. So we want to wear short clothes and do our nails and go and party. And my parents were so strict. Like, you cannot go to somebody's house to stay. If it's a sleepover, your friends need to come and stay. So I have my best friend. Her name's Avni. And we went to her house, and I told my parents that I can't come back home. So my younger sister was involved with me in this, and we're like, we can't come back home. There are gunshots on the road. And my mom's like, okay, just stay there. And we go out partying the whole night, and I come home at like 5 in the morning. So I think it's a phase that as teenagers, when you're growing up, we all go through. We are all going to face situations in our life. And that's when it clicked to me that when I have children and I have 2 daughters, I'm going to be open to them that this, and this is bound to happen. But you need to know the consequences. Because if I tell my child, don't do this, I know they're going to do it because I've done it. So of course, genes flow into the blood. So yeah. Number 5, from being a party animal, how you went to being a stay-at-home. So I was crazy. I used to be out like twice a week or thrice a week, Saturday and Sunday. I used to be out, going out, drinking, partying, coming home at like 4, 5 in the morning. Tell me now to go out or go to a club, and I'll say no. I think I changed with situations that came into my life, and I realized that my peace, my time is utmost. So for me, give me a nice movie to watch on Netflix, in my pajamas, popcorn, and that's me. So the shift that changed for me is learning about myself. And I think it's a phase that we all go through. But when you learn about yourself, you learn to overcome the situation, and you realize, okay, I was in my 20s, now I'm in my 30s, things need to change. And I think it comes very naturally. And yeah, so I love my Netflix. So the last one, you have mentioned financial independence. The way you speak about it is obvious. It is important to you. Why? Like one moment that made you feel this way. So financial independence is so key to me because I have no support. It's me, myself, to pay my bills, to sort out my stuff. So again, because I'm a single woman, yes, I do have my parents with me, but again, we say for how long? And I don't live in that bubble that my parents are going to be with me forever. And I don't want that. I want to be looking after them. And it's reality that we're here today and one day we are all going to go. So to be financially independent is key because you need to be able to look after yourself. You want to give the future to your children that you wished you had. Like I wish I went overseas for university, and I really want my children to go and explore that. And it's only when I'm financially independent I can give them what I lacked and also have a better life for myself. So today's been lovely, very emotional, but I think speaking about this is important. I've always tried to hide it and say, no, I don't want to share it, but I don't want to share it on camera, but I'm glad I did. And yes, we all go through our downfalls, but if we learn from our mistakes, we shouldn't be punished for life. And until next time.